to deliver his introduction and welcome remarks. Please put your hands together so that we can welcome Commissioner. Karibu sana.
Guest of honor, Your Excellency Ambassador Hamis Musa Omar, Minister for Finance in the United Republic, representative of the Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, World Customs Organization Secretary General, Mr. Ian Saunders, World Customs Organization East and Southern Africa Vice Chair, Dr. Johnson Makubu, the Director of the WCO Regional Office for Capacity Building, Ms. Josephine Manyasi, Commissioner General, Tanzania Revenue Authority, Mr. Yusuf Juma Mwenda, distinguished commissioners and Directors General of Customs from the WCO Eastern and Southern Africa member countries, Head of RILO, members of the management from the Tanzania Revenue Authority, representative from African Confederation of Free Trade Area, SADC, UNCTAD, and WCO Esa Regional Private Sector Group, delegates from the member countries of the 24 Eastern and Southern Africa countries, and members of the Secretariat of the WCO Eastern and Southern Africa Regional Office of Capacity Building. You are warmly welcome to Zanzibar. On behalf of Tanzania Revenue Authority and the United Republic of Tanzania, I'm honored to welcome you all to Zanzibar for this 32nd Eastern and Southern Africa Governing Council meeting. It's a privilege to host this important gathering of customs leaders from WCO Eastern and Southern Africa region. Your presence reflects our shared commitment to strengthening regional cooperation, trade facilitation, and modern customs administration. Zanzibar's rich history as a hub of trade and cultural exchange makes it a fitting venue for our deliberations. I trust that your stay will be both memorable and productive. Dear guest of honor, we are honored here to have delegates from 17 out of 24 member countries of this region, and I'm glad to introduce delegates from Angola. They're here, they can stand so that the guest of honor may see them. Thank you. Delegates from Botswana. Thank you. Delegate from Burundi. Thank you. Delegates from Eswatini. Thank you. Delegate from Kenya. Asante sana. Lesotho. Delegates from Madagascar. Delegates from Malawi. Delegates from Mauritius. Delegates from Rwanda. Delegate from Seychelles. Delegates from Somalia. I know they are here because I have seen them. Delegates from South Africa. Delegates from the host country, Tanzania. Delegates from Zambia. delegates from Uganda, and delegates from Zimbabwe. So, guests of honor, those are the representatives from the member countries who are attending this meeting. And in addition to that, as we explained, we have representatives from the regional economic groupings, which are African Confederation Free Trade Area, from the SADC, from the UNCTAD, and from the WCO Eastern and Southern Africa Regional Private Sector Group. Guest of honor for the coming 2 days, for today and tomorrow, we'll be discussing matters relevant to the customs administration in our region, and I thank you for your time. Let me now take this opportunity to welcome again delegates of this meeting to Zanzibar, and wish that they may take some time out of their schedule to visit Zanzibar, and if times allow also to visit Mount Kilimanjaro, Serengeti National Park, and other national parks that are available in Tanzania. Thank you very much, and welcome to the 32nd Eastern and Southern Africa Governing Council meeting. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Tunaweza kupiga makofi tena tafadhali. Thank you so very much, Commissioner, for those warm and insightful welcome remarks. You are reminded us that customs is no longer only about collecting duties, but it is about facilitating trade, protecting society, strengthening compliance, supporting businesses, and building economies that are ready for the future. Tumpigie makofi tena. Your Excellency, guest of honor, we are now moved to another important voice in our region, in a regional custom family. The East and the Southern Africa region continues to play a vital role in advancing modern customs practices, regional cooperation, coordinated border management, digital transformation, and trade facilitation. It is now my honor to invite Dr. Johnson Makubu, World Customs Organization Eastern Southern Africa Vice Chair, to deliver his remarks. Please help me to welcome him.
Commissioner of Customs and Excise, Director of the Esa Regional Office for Capacity Building, fellow heads of customs and heads of delegation, World Customs Organization Secretariat, East and Southern African Regional Office for Capacity Building, our customs officer within our region, members of the media, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. All protocol observed. It is great honor and privilege to address you today at the 32nd Governing Council meeting of the World Customs Organization East and Southern Africa region. Allow me at the outset to express our sincere appreciation to the government of the United Republic of Tanzania and the Tanzanian Revenue Authority for graciously hosting us in this beautiful country, rich in history, culture, and enduring spirit of African unity. When I arrived at the international airport in this town, earlier on this week, I was reminded of the profound words of Baba wa Taifa, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, the founding president of this great nation, who once said, "Without unity, there is no future for Africa." This resounded with me and resonated with me as a Pan-Africanist at heart, because as we carry out our responsibilities, it is essential that we draw inspiration from the intellect and wisdom of our African leaders. Their guidance should shape not only our perspectives, but also inform the way we approach and execute the work entrusted upon us. By reflecting on their leadership, we are better equipped to fulfill our mandate with purpose, integrity, and vision, ensuring that our work contributes meaningfully to the advancement of our continent and driving meaningful and impactful outcomes. Colleagues, as we gather here today, as the East and Southern Africa region, I am reminded that this wisdom speaks not only to identity, but to duty, to responsibility, and to purpose that informs our collective endeavor for a better future for our continent, more so our region. For if Africa and her well-being is precious to us, then its unity and better future must also guide how we think, how we act, and ultimately how we serve in the various capacities that we do as customs administrators. Back home in South Africa, we speak of this responsibility as a higher purpose, a deeply held conviction that tax and customs administrations, we are duty-bound to serve the people of our nation. It is a purpose that transcends systems, processes, and policies. It calls on us to act with integrity, to serve with humility, and to lead with a clear and unwavering commitment to the public good. And in this region, that higher purpose extends beyond borders. It binds us together in a shared responsibility to serve not only our nations, but the African continent as a whole. There is no moment that passes in the work that we do, whether in facilitating legitimate trade, in securing our borders, in mobilizing domestic resources as much needed revenues, or in protecting our society from illicit trade and transnational crime, where we are not in essence serving Africa. And it is precisely this shared calling that brings us together here today. And colleagues, when we speak of this higher purpose, it is important to recognize the scale of the responsibility that rests upon our shoulders. In 2024 alone, global trade amounted to approximately $53 trillion. Of this, Africa accounted for approximately 1.5 trillion, while our own WCO Esa region contributed around $550 billion. Yet within the African continent, our region plays a far more significant role. The 24 member states of the WCO region collectively account on average for nearly 38% of Africa's total trade with the rest of the world, and an even more significant 56% of intra-African trade over the past 5 years. Trade between ESA and the rest of Africa reached approximately $128 billion, with exports accounting for $67 billion and imports accounting for $61 billion, resulting in a trade surplus of just under $7 billion. Incidentally, it is worth noting that as a region, we do not track our overall trade statistics. We had to statistically compute on an individual country basis to come to these numbers. and I'm sure the ROCB is listening to me. These are not just numbers as I move towards a close. They reflect the lifeblood of our economies, the movement of goods across our borders, the competitiveness of our industries, the livelihood of our people, and the realization of a more integrated and prosperous Africa. They also speak directly to the imperative of domestic resource mobilization, a key pillar in our Esa regional strategy. Enabling these flows of trade lies the foundation upon which our nations are able to mobilize revenue, finance public services, and invest in the development of our people. These numbers remind us that the work that we do as tax and customs administration is not peripheral. It sits at the center of Africa's growth, resilience, and the realization of our continental ambitions. Therefore, it is important for us that we gather here and start to think about how we leverage integration in the region and in the continent. It is against this backdrop, therefore, ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, that our discussions over the next 2 days must firmly be anchored on impact, on delivery, on strengthening the role of customs as a driver of Africa's transformation. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Asante sana, Siyabonga, for a very wonderful speech. Thank you so much, Mr. Makubu, for those powerful remarks. Indeed, when customs administration cooperate, borders become bridges, and when borders become bridges, trade becomes smoother, economies become stronger, and our people benefit. Your Excellency, guest of honor, we are privileged this morning to receive remarks from global leadership of the World Customs Organization. The WCO continues to provide leadership, standards, capacity building, and strategic direction to customs administration. It is therefore my great honor to invite Mr. Ian Saunders, Secretary General of the World Customs Organization, to address us this morning. Please welcome him. Makofi tafadhali.
Good morning, Honorable Minister, Ambassador Khamis Musa Omar, WCO Vice Chair for the East and Southern Africa region, Commissioner General of the Tanzania Revenue Authority, Commissioner of Customs, distinguished Directors General and Commissioners, esteemed colleagues, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to join you for this 2026 Governing Council meeting for East and Southern Africa. I'm grateful for the hospitality of our hosts, the Tanzania Revenue Authority, and for the opportunity to again meet with valued colleagues and committed members of the international customs community in a place where trade has shaped society for centuries. This meeting takes place at an important time for the World Customs Organization, and I look forward to an opportunity to share what the organization is doing in service to you. While the story of what we've accomplished is one I'm anxious to tell, I will use these remarks to reflect on the importance of what this group does and what I see to be the value in our coming together with shared purpose as a community. It comes as no surprise to most in this room that we work in a time that presents significant challenges. Challenges in the trade environment, in the form of persistent and well-resourced illicit actors who take advantage of trade processes to do harm, and in the context of societal demands that simultaneously seek speed, safety, and revenue collection, all of these in greater measure every year. The scope of these challenges is the reason that the WCO has focused in the manner that it has. It's the basis for the topics we've chosen to pursue in our current 3-year strategic plan, the standards and guidance that we're developing, and the assistance that we are providing to members. The depth of these challenges is such that they require shared commitment and collective response. Considering the changing trade landscape, particularly with its more complex supply chains, the ever-present danger of illicit action within the trading system, and efforts on the continent to integrate markets in an unprecedented way, customs work and managing cross-border movements requires an informed and networked approach. It calls for precision in customs determinations, the active cooperation of law enforcement agencies and regulators with authorities to set cross-border requirements, and the use of technology alongside skilled staff. And beyond government, it calls for the positive engagement of the trade community, for their attention to compliance, and for their investment in measures that protect legitimate supply chains from both infiltration and from diversion. Customs success depends more than ever on the most efficient procedures, the most solid workforce, and the most appropriate technology. Customs needs the soft infrastructure that modernization, digitalization, and interagency cooperation represent. It equally needs the hard infrastructure of border crossings, secure inspection spaces, scanning equipment, and computerized platforms to maintain level of operations consistent with high and evolving needs. And finally, customs needs consistency and a continual push toward high global standards, operational relationships with peer agencies, and information sharing to fortify intervention points in global supply chains, not just for a single country, but for every country that a shipment might touch between point of production and point of consumption. Why do I say these things? Because the conditions that I've described are not evident to those who don't do our work every day. Because they speak to the importance of remaining committed to collective effort. Because they speak to the level of support that customs requires from the WCO, from others within government, and from the private sector in order to facilitate the economic and social benefits that trade is intended to generate. These points are a core reason for this meeting. At this conference, we have an important opportunity to create a better understanding of the conditions of the region and priorities for its customs administrations. We have time to discuss approaches being taken in response at both the regional and the global level, and to solidify the cooperative relationships that are essential in an environment where every seam can be exploited. You have an opportunity to define how you can come together as a region to harness the wisdom born of your individual experience to create joint solutions, to see such solutions implemented through regional plans that reflect your priorities, and to consider how what you're doing can appropriately influence the global dialogue that we convene at the World Customs Organization. As the WCO implements its modernization efforts and pursues the strategic plan that you and its other members have approved, we will be working to support you through both substance and continuing interaction. And the WCO in this process will also be looking for your continued and active engagement. I am grateful for the warm welcome and to join in the opening of this important meeting, as well as, again, for the hospitality of our colleagues here in Tanzania and in Zanzibar. May we all be reminded of the motto of the Tanzania Customs Authority, "Together we build our nation." It's a sentiment and a goal we can all subscribe to. And let it be the objective that guides your deliberations. I look forward to the discussions at this conference, to speaking with you, and to learning from your administration's experience. Thank you. Merci. Muito obrigado.
Thank you very much Tunaweza kupiga makofi zaidi tena. Thank you very much, Secretary General, for those inspiring and forward-looking remarks. Your message reminds us that customs is at the center of global connectivity. It stands at the meeting point of trade, security, technology, revenue, and development. As we say in revenue administration, that a good tax system does not chase people, but builds trust so that people willingly come forward. The same applies today to customs, that it facilitation, trust, compliance, and services. Tumpigie makofi tena tafadhali. Your Excellency, guest of honor, allow me now to call upon the media team for a short documentary. This documentary gives us a glimpse of Tanzania's journey, its reforms, its opportunities, its trade and investment environment, and the work being done to strengthen the customs and revenue administration. As we watch, I invite you to look beyond the images that we see, the story of the country that is investing in the systems, people, infrastructure, trade facilitation, and economic transformation. Please, media team, kindly proceed.
This is a story of Tanzania, the story of the Tanzania Revenue Authority, and the story of Customs and Excise Department, which is defined by its crucial role of collecting government revenue, facilitating trade, and protects the society. This is the story of a nation that has chosen to become the gateway of eastern and southern part of Africa. Every morning, as the sun rises over the Indian Ocean, Tanzania is already at work. Consignments are offloaded, assessed, scanned, and inspected to ensure compliance with customs laws. Aircraft ascend and descend at Julius Nyerere, Kilimanjaro, and Abeid Amani Karume international airports, transporting high-value, time-sensitive cargo. At every entry and exit point, customs plays a critical role, facilitating trade, collecting revenue, and intercepting prohibited goods. The Tanzania Revenue Authority, TRA, is mandated to collect government revenue with efficiency, transparency, and integrity. Central to this mandate, the Customs and Excise Department oversees all imports and exports through structured control, risk-based assessment, and enforcement mechanisms. Guided by operational excellence, taxpayer engagement, automation, and innovation, TRA advances compliance and revenue integrity to support sustainable development, underpinned by professionalism, accountability, and trustworthiness. But this journey was not always smooth. In years past, Tanzania's ports and borders were burdened by serious challenges, long convoys of trucks stranded for days, mountains of documents requiring multiple signatures, manual processes that consumed time, and at times opened the door to corruption. On January 20th, 2025, Tanzania Customs marked a major milestone with the launch of N-TANSYS. Building on TANSYS, introduced in 2014 to digitize customs operations, N-TANSYS is more than technology. It is a transformation of mindset. Before, importers faced multiple offices, heavy paperwork, and delays. Today, one submission connects all stakeholders across the trade value chain, once in one place. Clearing agents and government agencies now operate on a single platform, driving transparency, efficiency, and stronger trade performance. Tanzania shares borders with several landlocked countries: Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, Malawi, the DRC, and Uganda, many of which rely on Tanzanian ports for imports and exports. Today, the electronic cargo tracking system has changed everything. GPS-enabled electronic seals are fitted to containers. Every truck is tracked in real time, from port of entry to exit point, integrated with geospatial tools including Google Earth. If a container deviates from its route, an alert is sent immediately. This is not merely technology, this is trust, the assurance to our neighbors that Tanzania is a safe and reliable corridor. At Dar es Salaam, Tanga, and Mtwara, new eyes have been installed. Eyes that see through steel, through timber, through everything. Before this technology, inspecting a container meant opening it, removing every item, and checking each piece individually, a lengthy, costly process. Today, every container passes through a scanner, much as a patient passes through an X-ray. Within seconds, a full image appears on screen. Concealed weapons, narcotics, counterfeit goods, they have nowhere left to hide. And honest traders are no longer delayed. Business flows. Tanzania remains a true gateway. The port of Dar es Salaam is the heartbeat of Tanzania's economy. Through Entances and the single window system, government agencies work together on one platform. Clearance times have been reduced. Efficiency has improved. Tanzania has reinforced its position as the leading trade hub for East and Central Africa. From the sky, a new eye watches. Drones cover remote border areas, coastal shores, and forest corridors once beyond reach. They capture imagery in real time and transmit reports directly to customs officers. Corruption has nowhere to hide. Tanzania has built a firm foundation for regional and international trade. In alignment with the World Customs Organization, Tanzania manages its borders with vigilance, while facilitating legitimate trade through expertise and technology. Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, Malawi, Congo DRC, Uganda, our neighbors. You can trust us. The gateway of Tanzania is open for fair trade, for safe goods, for a shared future. The Tanzania Revenue Authority continues to protect society, strengthen the economy, and build the Tanzania of tomorrow. Because Tanzania is not merely a country. Tanzania is the gateway to Eastern and Southern Africa.
Asante sana, makofi tafadhali. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, karibuni Tanzania. Your Excellency, Guest of Honor, we are now moved to the remarks of the host country. Tanzania Revenue Authority has continued to play a central role in domestic revenue, mobilization, taxpayer education, digital transformation, trade facilitation, and customs modernization. Under the leadership and the policy direction of the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, led by Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the country has continued to strengthen its economy, improve revenue performance, promote voluntary tax compliance, and create more enabling environment for investment and trade. Recent records in revenue collection shows the importance of strong leadership, modern systems, taxpayer trust, and growing culture of compliance. It is now my great honor to invite Mr. Yusuf Juma Mwenda, Commissioner General of Tanzania Revenue Authority, to deliver his remarks from the host country, and then to invite you, His Excellency, Your Excellency, Ambassador, to deliver your opening speech. Kindly help me to welcome so much, Commissioner General.
Guests of honor, Minister of Finance, Your Excellency Ambassador Hamis Musa Omar,
representative of Permanent Secretary from Ministry of Foreign Affairs present here, World Customs Organization Secretary General, Mr. Ian Saunders. We welcome you to Tanzania. Looking forward to have a meeting with you. World Customs Organization East and Southern Africa Vice Chair, Dr. Johnston Makubu, who also is the Commissioner General of South African Revenue Service. Mr. Juma Bakari, the Commissioner for Custom, Director of the World Customs Organization for Esa Regional Office for Capacity Building, Ms. Josephine Manyasi, distinguished commissioners and directors general of customs from World Customs Organization, ESA member countries, head of RELO present, heads of departments from the Tanzania Revenue Authority who are here, and for the benefit of our guests, may I allow you to stand up so that they can see you. Guests of honor, these are members of Tanzania Revenue Authority, the commissioners, and the directors. Thank you very much. And this Secretary General is a confirmation on how serious we have taken this meeting. We have today decided to leave Dar es Salaam and all of us be here. So we are so grateful. Dear delegates, members from 24 countries, and particularly those 17 countries who are present, you are all most welcome to Zanzibar in the United Republic of Tanzania. The documentary has confirmed that Tanzania is a true gateway. Tanzania is where you can trust. So we are so honored and privileged to have you all in Tanzania. Karibuni sana Tanzania. Guests of honor, it is my great honor and privilege as Commissioner General of Tanzania Revenue Authority to warmly welcome you to the beautiful island of Zanzibar, and importantly for accepting to be our guest of honor. We are truly honored to host this important gathering, which brings delegates from 24 member countries, and a shared vision of strengthening customs cooperation, advancing modernization, and promoting sustainable economic growth across our region. Guests of honor, this meeting comes at a particularly important time for customs administration across the world. Global trade is evolving exponentially, driven by technological transformation, emerging security challenges, the expansion of e-commerce, the emergence of artificial intelligence, and the increasing demands for trade facilitation. But more importantly, all our African countries are in dire need for tax revenue contributed by custom revenue administration. But, dear members, you will agree with me that as the world is progressing, the role of revenue collection decreases from custom administration. And the role of trade facilitation for domestic revenue mobilization is one of the key functions that as custom administration we need to work on. It is our role to reduce the revenue collection from customs and facilitate the trade for domestic revenue to be increased. This is our role, and I believe within these 2 days we'll discuss on how we're going to facilitate this. Tanzania Revenue Authority continues to undertake significant modernization and enforcement initiatives aimed at building an efficient, technology-driven, and intelligence-led customs administration. In recent years, TRA has made remarkable progress in strengthening customs operation through the adoption of modern technologies. One of the major milestones has been shown in the documentary, where we have implemented the electronic Tanzania Custom Integrated System, e-TANSYS, which has significantly transformed customs operation in the country. Through this integrated digital platform, clearing and forwarding agents and other government departments are able to access and monitor customs processes within a single window environment. This has improved transparency, efficiency, coordination, and has reduced cargo clearance time in our country. TRA also has continued to strengthen customs enforcement capacity through the deployment of modern operational tools and technologies, including the use of patrol boats, the deployment of drones, introduction of modern cargo scanning and non-intrusive inspection technologies, establishment of customs laboratories, deployment of trained sniffer dogs at airports to support detection of narcotics, explosive, currency smuggling, and other prohibited items. These initiatives have greatly strengthened our capacity to combat smuggling, illicit trade, trafficking, and revenue leakages while ensuring secure and facilitated trade. These have been done, although we acknowledge that more work needs to be done to perform our lawful duties. Guests of honor, the importance of these regional meetings, therefore, cannot be overstated. They provide us with a valuable platform to exchange experiences, harmonize approaches, strengthen intelligence, sharing mechanisms, and collectively identify practical solutions to the challenges facing our administration. Through dialogue and collaboration, we continue building stronger institutions capable of supporting legitimate trade while combating illicit activities that threaten our economies and communities. The outcomes of your deliberation in these 2 days during this meeting will contribute significantly to shaping the future direction of customs cooperation within the ESA region. I am confident that the discussions, resolutions, and partnerships formed here in Zanzibar will strengthen regional integration, enhance operational efficiency, and reinforce our collective commitment to secure and facilitative borders. Dear guests of honor, Tanzania Revenue Authority, particularly the Customs and Excise Department, as has indicated here in the documentary, has showcased success stories and achievements in custom administration. We hope the presentation which we have made here before I speak has provided valuable insights into our ongoing reforms and modernization journey. Beyond the meeting rooms and official engagement, Zanzibar, where this meeting is taking place, offers a unique experience that reflects the rich history, culture, and hospitality of the United Republic of Tanzania. In this regard, TRA has arranged an excursion on Friday, which is tomorrow evening, to enable our guests and to experience some of Zanzibar's remarkable historical and cultural attractions. And I hope all of you will attend to that excursion. Guests of honor, this session serves as a continuation of the World Customs Organization Esa regional engagements, which commenced on 7th and 8th May with the RTC meetings, followed by the 43rd Esa Regional Steering Group meeting, which was held from 11th to 13th May. In this meeting, guest of honor, I was privileged to provide official remark. As we officially begin this 32nd Esa Governing Council meeting, I wish to express my confidence that our discussions will be productive, constructive, and beneficial to our customs administrations and to the economic prosperity of our region as a whole. With those few remarks, allow me once again to warmly welcome you to Zanzibar and Tanzania. Let us transform our discussions into actionable outcomes that deliver measurable impacts for our economies and societies. Allow me to conclude my guiding principle by our guiding principle at Tanzania Revenue Authority, which says, together we build our nation. My brother from South Africa, Dr. Johnson, has reminded wise words from our leaders, which says, that reminded us there will be no prosperity without unity. There will be no better future without unity. And that's the meaning of together we build our nation. In South Africa, I don't know whether the Secretary General, you know it. Do you know the meaning of Ubuntu? You know it. So without unity, there will be no prosperity. Without sharing experience, without sharing information, without sharing know-how, we are not going to achieve the duties bestowed on us. Customs protecting society through vigilance and commitment. Borders divide. Borders divide. Obrigado, thank you, karibuni sana. May I now take this privilege to welcome our guest of honor, the Minister of Finance, Ambassador Hamisi Musa Omar. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa Waziri. Naomba tusimame kumkaribisha. Can you raise up?
Please be seated. The Commissioner General of TRA, Mr. Yusuf Mwenda, Honorable Mr. Ian Saunders, Secretary General of the World Customs Organization, Dr. Johnston Makubu, Vice Chair of the Customs Organization for the East and Southern Africa, Ms. Josephine Manyasi, Director of the World Customs Organization for the East and Southern Africa Regional Office for Capacity Building, Mr. Juma Bakar Hassan, Commissioner for Customs and Excise of Tanzania, distinguished delegates from and members of the developed partners, including UNCTAD, IMF, and regional private sector group, distinguished delegates from the EAC, SADC, COMESA, the African Continental Free Trade Area, distinguished Commissioner Generals and heads of customs administrations from the 24 member countries, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, habari za asubuhi. Morning, bonjour, sabah al khair, zao shang hao. I join the Commissioner General of the TRA and the Commissioner for Customs and Excise of Tanzania to welcome our guests to the United Republic of Tanzania, and in particular to the historic and enchanting island of Zanzibar. Zanzibar, like it has already been said, stands as a living testament to the centuries of global exchange where Africa, Arabia, Asia, Europe, and the Americas converged to shape a unique cultural and commercial identity. Its ancient stone town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, reflects a legacy of trade, diplomacy, and openness that continues to define our engagement with the world today. Most of you don't know that Zanzibar is the birthplace of customs services in the EAC, East African region, when it was the entry point for the region for centuries. The British established the first customs department in the region in Zanzibar in 1896. Before that, collection of customs duties were assigned to individuals, and in 1899, a trader of Asian origin under the name of Jairam Seuji was appointed farmer of the customs, as they used to call them during that time, in Zanzibar, and later, in 1837, his services were extended to the Mrima coast, and later, during the Omani Sultanate rule, it was further extended to a 1,000-mile-long coastline. So welcome back customs to Zanzibar. And it is within this historic setting that on behalf of the government and the people of the United Republic of Tanzania, I extend a warm and sincere welcome to all delegates to the 32nd WCO World Customs Organization East and Southern Africa Governing Council meeting, an event we are committed to making both memorable and impactful. Customs is entrusted with facilitation of trade and investments, collection of revenue on international trade, and protection of industries, environment, and society through enforcement of tariff and other restrictions and prohibitions. In recent times, with the emphasis on national interests over globalization and use of tariff more as a protectionist than facilitation tool, the role of customs has become more critical. Notwithstanding the emerging demands for national, we shall forever need each other for national, regional, and global economic prosperity. We count on the vigilance of the World Customs Organization during these turbulent times to ensure that cooperation among and between customs across the globe and regions is further strengthened. Distinguished delegates, it is against this backdrop that we consider the WCO's 2026 theme of customs protecting society through vigilance and commitment very relevant to the current global situation. The ever-growing complexity in cross-border e-commerce, the unprecedented advancement in technology, including the artificial intelligence, big data and data analytics, and interoperable data exchange, the need for comprehensive, harmonized system reform for supporting economic prosperity and trade safety, and geopolitical volatility and rising tariffs and non-tariff barriers need a credible and modernized World Customs Organization and national customs services. In the interest of developing countries like Tanzania, it may also be necessary for the WCO to revisit the agreement on customs valuation and address its associated challenges if we are to collect the associated revenues and protect the infant and nascent industries. Within our region, the East and Southern Africa framework has been instrumental in fostering policy coordination and operational alignment. Tanzania remains committed to harmonizing its trade policies with the WCO instruments, particularly in advancing modernization through capacity building, integrated risk management, and the development of non-intrusive inspection technologies such as scanning systems. These efforts are essential in striking the necessary balance between trade facilitation and effective border control. In line with the East and Southern Africa Regional Strategic Framework, Strategic Work Plan for 2025-2028, our strategic direction is firmly anchored in digital transformation. As has already been said, Tanzania has made substantial progress in automating custom processes and enhancing systems integration across stakeholders and progressively across borders. A central pillar of this transformation is the continued enhancement of Tanzania Customs integrated system through a single window functionality. The TANSYS integrates government agencies and private sector actors into a unified digital platform that enables single submission of trade data for multiple regulatory processes, supported by electronic approvals and real-time processing. Complementing this system is the adoption of the unique cargo reference, which serves as a standardized identifier facilitating seamless data exchange among customs administrations. In addition, the deployment of electronic seals and electronic cargo tracking systems has significantly strengthened transit monitoring, ensuring both security and efficiency along regional trade corridors. We have also taken deliberate steps to strengthen regional transit trade. We have expanded the use of one-stop border posts, improved connectivity, and reduced clearance times across borders. These efforts reinforce Tanzania's position as a strategic gateway for the region, especially to our land-linked members. The government, through our Ministry of Finance, continues to support customs administration in aligning with the international standards, including the SAFE framework of standards and the revised Kyoto Convention. We've also advanced the implementation of single window system, the authorized economic operator program, and comprehensive capacity building initiatives at both national and regional levels, including through diplomatic and East and Southern Africa platforms. Distinguished delegates, the successful convening of this 32nd Governing Council meeting is a testament to the effective coordination within the ESA region. The WCO Esa Regional Office for Capacity Building has played a pivotal role in ensuring preparedness and cohesion in our regional agenda. Looking ahead, our national development path, as articulated in the Tanzania Development Vision 2050, places a strong emphasis on enabling seamless trade as well as foreign direct investment flows. This requires sustained investment in advanced technologies, full automation of custom procedures, and system integration that enhances efficiency, transparency, and competitiveness. We view this as necessary in advancing regional integration, supporting implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and strengthening cooperation within the ESA region, EAC, SADC, and the global customs community. Therefore, I encourage you during these 2 days to leverage this platform to deepen collaboration, share knowledge, and develop practical solutions to emerging challenges. Respond to the complexity of the global trade by coordinated responses grounded in trust, innovation, and shared responsibility. Before I conclude, I would like to join Mr. Juma Hassan and Mr. Yusuf, the Commissioner for Customs, and Mr. Yusuf Mwenda, the Commissioner General of the TRA, to invite the delegates to experience Tanzania, the land of the Serengeti, Kilimanjaro, and of course Zanzibar. Please make your short stay with us both productive and memorable. And finally, I wish the 32nd World Customs Organization East and Southern Africa Governing Council meeting a complete success. And with these remarks, it is my honor to officially declare the meeting officially opened. Asanteni sana. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Muito obrigada. Shukran. Feshanganshe.
Makofi tafadhali. Makofi tena sana. Naomba tusimame in the appreciation of official open the meeting. Thank you very much, Your Excellence, for your inspiring official opening speech and for the formal opening of this important meeting. Makofi tena kwake tafadhali. At this point, we are now ready to take off, and after our meeting being officially opened, and since we are in Zanzibar, a place of beauty and hospitality, I must remind our international guests, after this meeting, please do not carry back just documents and resolutions, but please carry some memories, friendship, and perhaps new spices. But of course, properly declare them through customs. Your Excellency, Ambassador and guest of honor, we shall now proceed, and we want to grant us permission to request you to present gifts to recognize the leadership, support, and the valuable contribution of our distinguished officials. And may I kindly now welcome and request Your Excellency, guest of honor, to assist us present these gifts to these some officials. And first, may I respectfully invite the Director, WCO East and Southern Africa Regional Office for Capacity Building, to come forward to receive a token of appreciation. May I request all the high table, please, we can join the guest of honor to handle these gifts. Naomba tumpigie makofi for a very wonderful and good work that she has been doing, organizing all this and making all this meeting successful. Good. Makofi tafadhali. Thank you so much, Madam Director. We recognize your work. And secondly, may I now respectfully invite the WCO East and Southern African Region Vice Chair to come forward and receive a token of appreciation. Makofi tafadhali tena kwake. Hongera sana. Congratulations. Thank you. And thirdly, may I respectfully invite the Secretary General of the World Customs Organization to come forward and receive a token of appreciation, please. Karibu. Huyo ana mbili. Thank you. Thank you very much. Makofi tena tafadhali. Your Excellency, guest of honor, at this juncture, we would like also to extend our sincere appreciation to Your Excellency, guest of honor, for honoring our invitation and for gracing this historic occasion. And now may I kindly invite the WCO East and Southern Africa Vice Chair to present a token of appreciation to Your Excellency, guest of honor. This is from the Vice Chair to the guest of honor. Makofi tafadhali. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, guest of honor, after doing this important session, and now allow us now to proceed for a photo session. And the photo session is going to take place there outside at our big banner. And the first photo will be the high table with the heads of delegations. Now, may I ask you all to be upstanding so that we can allow the high table to move to the for photo session. Naomba makofi tafadhali as we are going there. And then we will follow. The first photo will be the high table with the heads of delegation. Karibuni sana. And after that, we are going for tea break. We will be having 30 minutes tea break. Then after we come here to convene and continue with the meeting. Thank you so much. Karibuni sana.
Kwa pamoja tunajenga taifa letu. Kodi ni msingi mara kukuza uchumi wetu. Barabara, shule na hospitali zetu. Kidole hakivunji chawa, umoja nguvu yetu. Haya yote yanawezekana.